I'm going to make sure they can't. I have a total of 9 witnesses that are about to start coming forward. I'm going to walk them one by one. But the things that these people have to tell and the video evidence and the recordings that they have, it's worse than Diddy.
Hey fam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Y'all, we're back. We're back with another reaction. We're getting some good feedback. Y'all, the algorithm's not there. I don't know what's going on. My videos were banging out 20, 15,000. Now we're dropping down to 4,000. I don't know what happened. The likes are there. The comments are there. The view duration's there. We've got a lot of birds in yesterday's video. If you know what you know, and I appreciate you guys. Y'all the real ones. Just make sure you guys like these videos, comment on them. I appreciate you guys. You guys make my day when I read these comments, so I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing. But hey, y'all know my slogan. I ain't gonna sit here and talk your guys' ears off. We're gonna save that for the end of the video. Enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the reaction. Enjoy the show.
Oh, Hollywood's dead. No. For real though, Hollywood's dead. How many movies have been drastically reduced? So the sitcom's gone, and then the comedy movies have drastically been reduced.
But what do most people want that for, Joe? Money and fame. Comedy now is broken down into so many definitions of what comedy is now. You got the YouTube comedians, you got the social media comedians. Like, when we first started, there was only one definition. The minute you heard someone say comedian, it was nothing but a guy who grabs a mic, stands flat-footed, and entertains the audience. And it's different. Like, today, people getting good at knowing algorithms.
But here's the thing. I feel like if you have AI, like whatever the next generation of ChatGPT is, you could be able to devise a very effective business plan that like really made sense. The AI would sort of guide you step by step, like this is what you're going to do to achieve success.
No matter who.
I might have to check into AI to see how to trick the YouTube algorithm. Do you guys know? If you guys have any tips, leave them down below on how to trigger this algorithm, because it's weird. One video will be 15,000 and then the next day it'll be 5,000. I don't know. Videos the same amount of likes, maybe like 100 less because I got 10,000 more views, but nothing much different, you know? So if you guys got any tips or, tricks, let me know down below, y'all.
Wins the election today, you must remember what actually matters. They want us distracted and divided while they profit off of our pain. The way things are set up is that the hospital needs to make money. The problem there is that if you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or surgery, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble. Doesn't this sound familiar? Dr. Sebi was talking about a natural healer that pharmacies couldn't profit on before he passed away. The moringa leaf is the single most nutrient-dense plant in the entire world. If you aren't aware, vitamin and nutrient deficiency is the #1 cause of health issues in America. I wonder why with all the GMO and processed food out here. So, the top signs that you have a deficiency are poor sleep, fatigue, low energy, irritability, and stress. The most underrated symptom is joint pain. What if these aren't symptoms of aging, but signs that your body has been lacking the nutrients it needs for years? One dose of moringa has 30 times more nutrient content than all the fruits and vegetables you're supposed to eat in a day. Imagine the difference this could make for your health if you took it consistently. But before you go out and look for moringa, there is one thing you need to know. Moringa is very rare and can only be found in the Himalayan mountains. To ensure you're getting pure moringa, it must be third-party tested in the USA.
Let's go on a cruise, babe. Come on, take me.
Guys, Charlemagne the God realized he's been a puppet for the Democrat Party live on the air. This clip is insane. You have to take a look.
We'll say this, I'm glad everybody's having a sense of optimism, because the reality is we have no choice, because we're here now. Donald J. Trump is going to be the 47th president of the United States of America, like it or not. And we all hope for the best for this country. That's all we can do. But don't y'all find it strange that now that he's won, they're not calling him a threat to democracy? They're not calling him a fascist. I mean, damn, on Monday.
They're not calling him anything.
They can't. On Monday, they was just calling him that. I would think that, if you really believe that, then somebody's speech would be about how America effed up and how things are about to be really bad.
Leaving that man
He's
alone.
the most powerful man in the world now.
Well, it just makes you wonder how much of it did they really believe, or how much of it was just politics.
Now, Morgan, also, I know
NASA and modern.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to start, y'all. I know I say this a lot on my second channel. I'm going to start reacting to the longer form clips of things like that. Of the View, the day after the election, a long clip like that. So I hope you guys would enjoy that. Link to the second channel is down below. It's going to get started. I'm getting settled. I'm getting used to these daily uploads routine. Second channel is going to start getting built up, y'all. So be sure to go hit that subscribe, because once we get to 1,000 subscribers over there, we're going to be doing a giveaway. 10,000 here, we're doing a big giveaway.
Astronomy claim that the Earth is a massive sphere, tilting, wobbling, and spinning at a mind-boggling 1,000 miles per hour around its axis. But wait, there's more. They also say our planet is flying in a 67,000 mile per hour orbit around the sun. And if you think that's fast, the entire solar system is supposedly spiraling at 500,000 miles per hour around the Milky Way. Then, as a cherry on top, the whole galaxy itself is hurtling through the universe at a staggering 670 million miles per hour. Phew. All these mind-numbing speeds allegedly originate from a colossal Big Bang explosion 14 billion years ago. Now, if you do the math, that's a whopping 670,568,000 miles per hour in multiple different directions. You'd think we'd be able to feel at least some of that insane motion, right? Yeah. But here's the twist. Despite all these supposed cosmic roller coaster rides, no one has ever seen, felt, heard, measured, or even proven any of these movements exist. Seriously, no experiments have detected any motion, and this brings us to something flat earthers find very intriguing. Polaris, the North Star. Modern science says Polaris is positioned somewhere between 323 and 434 light-years away. To put that into perspective, that's a distance of nearly 2 quadrillion miles. But here's the kicker. Astronomers can't even agree on its exact distance, with a mind-blowing range difference of over 666 trillion miles. Yes, that's a 666 in there. Coincidence or clue? You decide. Even if we accept these wildly distant stars as fact, there's something astronomers can't explain. How in the world does Polaris remain perfectly aligned above the North Pole, night after night? Think about it. Even with all this tilting, wobbling, rotating, and rocketing through space at unimaginable speeds, Polaris stays put. Like a faithful cosmic lighthouse, it never strays from its post, always pointing north. How does it manage to stay in perfect position while we're supposedly flying through space in multiple directions? Flat earthers argue that this simply wouldn't be possible if the Earth were a spinning, wobbling sphere. Instead, they suggest that the Earth is a flat, stationary plane, and that's why Polaris never budges. If this has you scratching your head and wanting to know more, there's a lot to uncover.
Look at Trump holding it down. He's got 24. These dogs ain't gonna slack like the Secret Service does. Take a little smoke break. These dogs are on alert, on guard, 24/7. It's pretty bad.
You have parasites.
Why do I have parasites?
If you have a sweet tooth all the time and you like sweet stuff, that's because you have parasites.
I don't think that's true.
Dude, yes, look it up. Parasites actually will send signals to your brain to crave sweet stuff.
But I don't like
Have you done
stuff
it
myself.
What she's talking about is Toxoplasma gondii. You contract this most likely from your pets, from swimming in open bodies of water, and from eating sushi. And they could literally hijack your mind and your body. An estimated 2 billion people on planet Earth have this parasite right now. But almost every other culture on Earth detoxes their bodies at least 2 to 3 times per year. But of course, not in the United States. The more and more people are learning about this, and they're taking liquid cleanses, which absolutely taste atrocious. Most people just puke it out. And if you take it in the pill form, it passes the gut, which in the gut and the esophagus is where a lot of critters hang out. And that's where they start hijacking you. That's why I'm telling you, you got to take what I take. It's Dr. City Paracleanse.
And these are gummies that taste amazing.
This has all natural ingredients like woodworm and black walnut, aloe vera, ginger root, pumpkin seed, that all the critters inside of you hate and will leave your body because of it. They are in the TikTok shop right now. They are having a flash sale. It's usually like $50 a bottle. I think it's on flash sale right now for $20. So you got to click the link, secure your bottle today, and be healthy for the holidays and for the coming new year.
These damn clips, see, they get you with that sales at the end, but I'm gonna leave that in there. I've known a lot of people that are like, I'm gonna do a cleanse, I want to lose some weight, I'm gonna do a liquid cleanse, I'm gonna do this. You know how the best way to cleanse your body of toxic nutrients and toxic whatever's in your body? Don't eat. Fast. Do a 3-day fast. 3-day fast, you're gonna lose weight. Your body's going to go to work. There's research on it that it starts eating all those bad cancerous cells in a 3-day fast. Shoot, even a 24-hour fast. That's the way. There's no cleanse. There's no secret pill, nothing. Just don't eat. Don't eat for 3 days. We can go 30 days without eating, probably longer. But what they say is 30 days without eating. I've known people that, they do 3-4 month fasts. 3 days fast, your body's going to re-energize, reboot.
Brooklyn, New York. We have
Listen to this.
diaspora that
says the guy that just had a big ass breakfast.
They're saying it out loud now.
A significant number of these migrants, and when I hear colleagues talk about the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes.
I wonder why, when the astronauts went to the moon in 1969, they took their helmets off and posed for a picture, and then they called a landline phone to let the president know that they made it to the moon okay. I also wonder why the CDC has been around since 1946, and their annual budget is $9.9 billion a year, but there's no cures for anything. I also wonder why the FDA controls the food and drugs in this country, but we're medicated because of the foods we take in, and still there's no cure. I wonder why there's no other country on this earth that allows the ingredients in the food that we consume. See, they're illegal in their country. I wonder why the people that have never had the jab are doing much better than a lot of the ones that have. Don't mind me. I'm just wondering.
When you wake up to the lies of the world and realize that everything's a lie, it causes you to question things, even like water spouts. I captured my very first water spout today since moving to the Florida area. And while it might not be as dramatic as that first one I showed, it was something out of a sci-fi book. And when you look deeper into what's been found around these water spouts, it should cause you to question what they actually are as well. Because there is loads of evidence that when these water spouts are formed, oftentimes UFOs are spotted around them. Especially in 1994, when over 300 people saw UFOs over Lake Michigan sucking water up into them. And when you find evidence of these spouts not over water, but literally seeming to have something being pulled up into it, something that looks very much like some sort of entity or body even,
something,
then it should really cause you to question the narrative of what these actually are. Because for me now, I question everything, especially everything the mainstream tells us. And well, the mainstream tells us this is just a weather phenomenon. But to me, there's just too much evidence that there have been unidentified flying objects found around these spouts several times. And when you find evidence of just how easy it is to cloak a person with simple mirror tricks, then you really need to ask yourself, if a simple mirror trick can cause cloaking down here, how easy would it be to cloak some unidentified flying objects in the sky? And now, I'm not saying that these are UFOs from other planets and galaxies. I think there's something much different. Potentially government crafts, or even potentially ancient angel technology, because I don't believe in aliens, as they tell us that is. The one thing I know for certain, though, 100%, without a doubt, is that you should always question the narrative, because blindly believing things that you're told is what leads to the problem that we're in right now, where 90% of the population thinks they live on a spinning globe in an infinite universe created by a big bang and evolved from monkeys. Of course, it's all for entertainment purposes. I know this is a weather phenomenon that happens just when there's UFOs around. Entertainment only, of course.
So why do you believe that Hollywood was created by the CIA?
Well, before we say Hollywood was created by the CIA, I guess I should clarify because, you know, first off, you guys do know that the Pentagon has a budget for film. Like there's a whole department in the Pentagon.
Know that.
That's a fact. There you go. That's all you need to know. There's an entire department in the Pentagon. They get involved with films, and they get involved with films for the purpose of propaganda. They always have.
What movies have
I
they
should have
produced?
said Pentagon instead of CIA. Tons of them. I should show you the list. You should pull it up. It's wild. Yeah, you know.
The Pentagon has funded some films: Black Hawk Down, Red Dawn, GoldenEye.
The more you know. So now you understand your experience in theaters is what your government wants you to think. They want you to think that this is how things happen, and it's usually not at all how things have actually happened.
6 of the best movies made with help from the Department of Defense. This is military.
Yeah. But,
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Red Dawn, Apollo 13.
Mm-hmm. It's all about
Iron
just...
Man?
Iron Man. Oh,
I didn't know that was on the list.
Now he upset.
What?
Now he upset. Let me ask, interesting. Now you said
But talking about continue.
What?
And Pelosi's father was mobbed up in Boston, no question about it, 100%. There's no, you know, I mean, the evidence is strong there. That's how he stayed in office, became the mayor, the whole bit. I mean, it was his connections. So Pelosi was around Nancy at that time, and she learned from that. She grew up in it. She lived that part of it. And you can see it in her mannerisms and the way she acts. And look, Nancy Pelosi has made hundreds of millions of dollars by insider trading, something that you or I, we go to jail for, and everybody else. She squashed bills that Congress tried to put forth to stop insider trading among Congress and the family. She's the one that squashed it because she made hundreds of millions of dollars. She made her husband wealthy, and of course, in 2020 or 2022, their trades beat the S&P by 15%, making them the most brilliant traders, stock traders in the country.
Nobody beats the market, the S&P. The ones that beat the market, you can't even sit down and talk with them unless you got 10 million in your bank, maybe even more.
Maybe in the world. Now, is that luck? Yeah, of course.
Trying to get some comments on that.
One soda per day, and it doesn't matter whether it's a regular soda or a diet soda. Drink one soda a day, and your risk of developing diabetes doubles. And if you drink 3 sodas a day, your risk of developing diabetes goes up by 1,000%.
You imagine? Just think, I've been running, y'all. I still got it. I don't even want to tell you guys what I weigh. Let's just say since I moved here, I put on 34 pounds. But I still got it on that mountain, y'all. I'm still running 2.25 miles nonstop. Still got it. Endurance is still there. You know why? Because it's all up here, y'all. It's all up here. Got me a new Fitbit yesterday. I'm going to start tracking it. Back in my zone, y'all.
As you can probably tell, it's been a day, but I have to share this with you guys because it's literally like a science fiction movie in real life in South Carolina. Residents are being strongly advised to keep their doors and windows locked. It sounds like a script from a Stephen King movie. Novel. There are 43 primates / monkeys loose after they got out from a research lab in a small town in South Carolina. Every single monkey escaped en masse together from one primate research center in Yemassee, South Carolina. A new employee left the door to their enclosure open. Whoops. So now they're using thermal imaging cameras to try and see if they can locate any of these primates. The lab insists that they have never been used for testing, that they're too young to carry diseases. However, they are stressing that the residents of this town keep their doors and windows locked so as to prevent them from entering their homes. So the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office has all hands on deck trying to locate the escaped monkeys. As far as I'm concerned, they should just keep their freedom.
Turns out that people knocking on other people's doors doesn't get them to do what you want them to do. as I believe vacuum and Bible salesmen probably have known for many, many centuries. Us, me. I was wrong. Will continue to be wrong.
Who wants people going door to door telling them who to vote for? Who wants their doorbell rang? Now, I made some money doing door-to-door sales, pressure washing garbage cans and driveways. I made some good money doing that, going door-to-door. But for voting, even me, I was like, okay, 90% of these doors I knock on, nobody answers the door. So it's kind of like, I'm kind of wasting time out here. But going door-to-door, trying to get someone to vote, that's going to make me not vote for you because you guys are just annoying me. And they don't like hearing no. You tell them, like, I'm not interested, they give you a headache.
Check this video out, y'all. Have y'all seen this yet? Look at that.
Well, we got juice.
Did y'all see it? Let's look at it again, y'all. Y'all see it? Not the plane. What's that? Look at this over here, y'all. This was in LAX. Y'all see that? Do you guys see how big and how low it is to the ground? This thing is literally here, y'all. Like, is it behind the firmament? That's crazy. Like, the media isn't saying anything about this. Now, within the past couple of years, I've noticed that the planes have been flying lower and lower. Could this be the reason why the planes have been flying lower and lower? Because NASA tells us that the sun is 93 million miles away, but it doesn't feel like it. And as of late, people have been realizing that the sun and the moon are both local, especially with the moon being as bright as it is now, and then two moons. But look at that, y'all. Look, it's literally in our environment. Y'all see that in our atmosphere. So you're telling me this thing is here and the media isn't saying anything about this, y'all? That's crazy. That is huge. But yeah, y'all notice that too? Y'all notice that the planes have been flying lower and lower? Let me know down in the comments below, y'all. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Let's continue to get this shift.
I mean, it's probably just the reflection from the camera lens, but if you look at it with an open mind and say in your mind, that's a planet, it does look like a planet outside of a window or something behind the sun. If you look at it that way, right? Like an optical illusion, does look pretty crazy.
Peace out.
Yesterday, I spoke with President Trump.
Listen to the words he chooses. Listen to him.
Many of you did. And it was productive conversation, good conversation. Of course, we cannot yet know what his actions will be, but we do hope that America will become stronger. And this is the kind of America that Europe needs.
We do hope America becomes stronger. Because he's pretty much saying it hasn't been strong. This is what Europe needs.
And a strong Europe is what America needs, to my mind. This is the connection between allies that must be valued and cannot be lost.
And breaking tonight, Republican lawmakers now confirming a report that says after Hurricane Milton, a FEMA supervisor told disaster relief workers in Florida to avoid homes with Trump signs in their yards. FEMA says it believes the incident is isolated, and the supervisor who gave the anti-Trump order is no longer in that role. The senior national correspondent, Kevin Cork, is live in D.C. with what we're learning about this tonight. Kevin, good evening.
Evening, Trace. Quite a story. Imagine if you'd been impacted by a major storm, hoping the government, the one that you send your taxpayer funds to, will aid in your recovery, only to discover that if you support Donald Trump, they're going to ignore you altogether. And that's apparently what happened in the great state of Florida, where a FEMA supervisor allegedly told workers in a message to avoid homes advertising Trump as they canvassed Lake Placid, Florida, to identify residents who could qualify for federal aid. And tonight, credit where credit is due, that FEMA official has been removed from her role by the agency. In a statement to Fox News Digital, a FEMA spokesperson said the agency is deeply disturbed, noting the official who gave the instruction was given no direction to tell teams to avoid these homes. Quote, while we believe this is an isolated incident, we have taken measures to remove the employee from their role and are investigating the matter to prevent this from happening ever again.
Oh, it's two doors. Now it's two doors that the caretaker failed to close. Remember when they said, oh, new employee, he forgot to close the door on the enclosures? This is one of the questions I have. Now, official reports say that he forgot to close 2 doors. But you guys, the cages are inside buildings. So 1, 2 doors, but how do they get from outside of the cage, which is still within the building, and get out of the building? Unless a 3rd door is unlocked, left open, you know, all the things. You guys, this is why I always say, don't believe PR. Do not believe press releases. Do not believe spokespeople, because their interests far outweigh what they want you to know or believe and have in the back of your head. So 2 doors now, but the question remains, how did they get from the cages inside the building, outside the building, through another door? Riddle me that.
Okay, so Bill, let's talk real quick. Okay, I'm curious about
and a little bit more on that. They don't have tracking devices on these test animals, which are terrible to begin with, but it just got to happen. But they don't have tracking devices like prepared. I mean, it would make sense, right? You never know. You got to prepare for you stay ready. You don't got to get ready. They should have tracking devices on all these.
We ask everybody who sits down.
Yes.
First question out of everybody's mouth, we got to ask. You've been to a Diddy party?
Nah.
Damn, you didn't get an invite?
I feel real good. God has blessed me. You know, a lot of people can't stand on business right now. Right. Yeah, you know, I can stand on the whole business. Yeah. But boy, there's some people right now that are shook. Let me tell you right now, Hollywood quiet.
I know it.
Bro, it's ghost town in Hollywood. People trying to get their alibis together. It's about to go down. The tape's about to drop.
Hold on a second, Bill.
He's been saying that for weeks.
No, because
Hollywood is so quiet.
They have to be scared. Let me tell you what I'm sad
terrified.
for. Okay, the fact that you think you're partying with another celeb and we all good, right? That's what everybody probably thinking. Yep. You get to keep your secrets, and this dude just sat up there and taped everything.
Yo, but this is a thing that I'm taking it one more step further, right? It's one thing to go to a party and know what you did. Yo, there's people that don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So now you like, wait a minute. Was you with me? Was you?
Yeah,
wait a minute.
That's true.
Because now you don't know what you did, and then you get the phone call because Cass is getting the phone calls.
They're getting the phone calls now.
Federal Bureau of Investigations. Right. Pull up at 2 o'clock.
Look, everybody that's on the investigation, they get the package at the door.
Yo!
Look, it's a red phone.
Listen to me clearly, right? It's interesting right now to me that everybody thought Cat Williams was crazy. He's a prophet. Cat Williams is a prophet. He forced source. I don't know. Somebody gave him some eyewitness news. He said he dropped it and walked away. And boom! It wasn't even 6 weeks later.
Okay, but hold on a second, Bill. This is what everybody kept saying when you think about it. That was the beginning of 2024, right? Think about it. He did that. When was that interview? Like January?
Roughly.
Yeah.
And you're right. We haven't heard from him. And people said that 2024 was the year of reveal. What do you guys think 2025 is going to be?
The year of jail. Man, all the concerts gonna be in jail.
Yeah, man.
Man, I'm going in there to see Tory. I'm going in to see
Kelly, I'm going in to see
everybody gonna be in there. I'm gonna see Dirt. Hey man, it's gonna be the best concerts in jail. Man, I'm about to go to Folsom Prison, man. They got I'm getting VIP. I'm in the yard.
It's gonna be like, yo, there's so much talent upstate right now.
What?
It's full of it.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's the only way you're gonna see somebody who's in jail.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're telling me Zuckerberg comes out and admits he was playing games during the whole 1-9 thing?
Wait, is this guy...
See somebody who's in jail.
Is this guy filming in a grocery store? He's filming his TikTok in a grocery store in the Walgreens. Go home.
Whoa, wait a minute.
The screen,
You're telling me
screen.
Zuckerberg comes out and admits he was playing games during the whole 1-9 thing? And with the laptop? And he even admits there's been some exploitation going on? And now he opens up all of Meta to the US military? And just in case you need a reminder of just who's involved in Meta, I don't know about you, but me, I'm stocking up. Y'all stay safe.
You wanted proof? Ouija boards are demonic. I have proof for you today. Bet you might not sleep tonight. I've said for years, when you play with Ouija boards, you are inviting things into your home straight out of hell. And today I have a picture of two things straight out of hell. This picture was submitted by one of my followers, and she was playing with a Ouija board one night. She was talking to ghosts or spirits, and this is what she captured. While playing with the Ouija board, she was asking the
Y'all
spirits
ever played with one?
if there were any spirits around.
I know
to
somebody
show
out there has.
themselves. And she took her camera and just started snapping random pictures. And most of them were just blurry and out of focus, but she did capture this one. And this one is something that might keep you up tonight. So I will warn you before you look at these, just know that there's something very evil in this picture. This right here, this is what happens when you play with Ouija boards. You are summoning evil. I want you to look right below me. This is the face of the person playing with the Ouija board. And as I said, she took some random pictures all around. And most of them were just blurry, and she captured nothing. But I want you to look right here. Look at these. I'm going to circle them for you, but there are two faces right here behind her. That's the kind of stuff that will keep you up at night. That's the kind of stuff that you are inviting into your life and home when you play with these evil things. These things are straight out of hell. Let me know in the comments if you've ever played with a Ouija board. But let me recommend that you don't if you're thinking about it. If you have any paranormal story, evidence, or pictures you'd like to share, my email is listed in my bio. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless.
Y'all ever played with one? Now, I know I'm glad I never came across one, because as a kid, you know, you're intrigued in those things. You don't think as you do as an adult. So if I was, 10, 12 years old and a friend had one, I probably would have done it. Because we used to do the Bloody Mary thing, and I think that was about it, when you go in the mirror or whatever. But any of y'all ever did that when you were younger? Mess with that? I would never do something like that as an adult, knowing what I know now. But as a kid, let me know down below.
Do y'all hear about what is happening in the Carolinas, y'all? Did you hear that? So now it's not just North Carolina, it's South Carolina as well. 43 monkeys escaped the research facilities, in Yemassee, South Carolina yesterday. Not only that, but hold on, check this out.
So last night we were informed by representatives from Alpha Genesis that they had an escape of approximately 43 monkeys, and at this point, none have been captured.
Not only that, you also have people trying to take these things in as pets, y'all. This shit is literally a movie, y'all. 2024, I told you, it's gonna get a lot more interesting, y'all.
Communities where there is no public health risk associated with these animals. Despite the work they do there, these animals are not infected with anything. They're healthy. They're skittish in nature. We were informed that they're all females, so they'll typically come in a large group. Do not shoot the monkeys, not try to trap the monkey as a pet. We've seen posts on Facebook already, people wanting to try to take a monkey's pet. Do not do that. That's a federal crime.
So the monkeys haven't been caught yet, and monkeys are known to be violent. All I gotta say is y'all better be careful. These things live in the wild for a reason. Their habitat is different to humans, so y'all better stay away from them. And then remember the whole monkeypox thing? They don't even tell y'all about that, huh? So we had monkeypox this year, and then we also had Wukong, the Monkey King, and then now 43 monkeys escaped. Check. This is literally the year of the monkey. But yes, y'all, 43 monkeys escaped South Carolina, and they haven't been caught yet. And like I said, let's continue to get this shift. Peace out.
2024 has been crazy. It's going to be fun. I don't know if I'll probably do it New Year's Eve. We're going to do like a 2-hour long video of all the crazy things that have happened over 2024. I'm going to have to start researching, like find 3 things that has happened every month, January, February, March, so on. And we're going to do a long 2024 recap of all the crazy things that have happened. That's going to be fun, y'all.
I'm going to make sure they can. I have a total of 9 witnesses that are about to start coming forward. I'm going to walk them one by one. But the things that these people have to tell, and the video evidence and the recordings that they have, it's worse than Diddy. And a lot of operations being ran on employees, former girlfriends, mothers of secret children, interns that refused to sign 9
Look at Pelosi. She's never made.
There was a we're going to do this on my second channel. We're going to get into it. There's a video of you all remember back in the 90s, early 2000s, video vixens, right? One of the popular video vixens was going to be offed, and she said Tupac saved her. And then not too long after, he got offed. It's like a long clip, like a 20-minute clip. We're going to react to that, y'all. I want to get into those type of videos on my second channel, not TikToks. Like, I'm trying to find my lane over there, but I love longer clip videos. So this over here is going to be TikToks. Over there is going to be longer clip videos. If you guys like that, give me a thumbs up in the comments.
More than $179,000 a year.
In the books.
What does she make behind closed doors? What kind of deals does she make? $120 million. What? So she's worth an eighth of $1 billion, and she's never made more than $179,000 in a year. If you do the math on that, most people just don't do the math. She would have had to been in the Senate 3,367 years. Yeah, when you have money like that and you're a politician, you're bought. She pays for nothing. She's allowed to do insider trading, which should be completely illegal. If you made $179,000 a year, dude, you'll never be a millionaire, much less worth $120 million.
Ibuprofen's terrible for you. My friend Cameron Haynes is a runner, and he runs marathons and he runs ultra marathons. And he was having like all this joint pain, so he was taking ibuprofen every day. He was taking 800 milligrams, not just once, but sometimes twice a day. And he was just constant aches and pains. So Dr. Rhonda Patrick had been on the podcast. She was talking about the dangers of ibuprofen and about what it does to your gut biome and how much it fucks you up. And it actually creates inflammation. It actually can cause stress, or it can cause strokes rather, and all sorts of horrible things. So I call him up and I said, hey man, that stuff's fine to take every now and then for a headache, but you can't take that shit every day. You just can't do it, and you're fucking your body up. Just get off of it. And I sent him the recording. He listened to it. He's like, Jesus Christ, I don't want to have a stroke. So he gets off of it. All his pain goes away. It turned out his pain was being caused not just by the running, but by the fact that he was creating inflammation by destroying his gut biome by taking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen 2 times a day.
Diddy and his friends and Jermaine Dupri and his friends, we're all crammed into an elevator together. 20 people crammed into a tiny elevator, and I'm like, oh, we're all having fun. I'm going to make a joke to break the ice. And so I said, why don't we just press stop and I'll each other's and I've been in some uncomfortable moments, as you could probably tell in my life. This by far and away trumps them all, because there was a deafening silence, literally.
Goodness sake. Buddy, give me a... What? Just hold my hand. Hold my hand. Hold balance.
Yeah, no thanks. Look how small that is compared to the ocean.
He wants to fuck this boat. He's a big bloke. He's a big one. I'm just doing a video. He's turning around.
Well, there's got to be something in that ocean 10 times as big as that. You know?
I think it is.
We've never seen. That thing's a guppy in the ocean compared to how big that ocean is.
This stupid thing would just work better. He was really curious though, wasn't he? I think it was a dinghy. Yes, it was a dinghy.
If you haven't happened to see Biden's speech today addressed the nation, go ahead and look it up, and Biden's speech today. And where he talks about the transition and Trump winning, and as I'm watching, I'm thinking about, and I can't be the only one, all of a sudden he can talk. All of a sudden he can speak. He didn't use any crazy words. He didn't stutter. There was no babbling.
That's true. I didn't even catch that.
He wasn't yelling. It was like a completely different person. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist per se, but what if to pull off this whole alleged coup, they doped him up for certain events, and then, I mean, he looked terrible, absolutely terrible during the debate, and then in came Kamala. I don't know. Tell me what you think.
That's true. He did. He was on
55%
point.
of Latino men voted for Trump.
See, I would like to get in. This is only like a 30-second clip. The whole 10, 15 minutes clip of this. Please let me know down below. Do you guys want to see stuff like that? If not, let me know what you guys want to see.
Why do you think that happened?
Well, I think that economically, they were looking at things. First of all, you've got in this country, you've got Cubans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Guatemalans, Venezuelans, Colombians, et cetera, et cetera. And if you talk to the Hispanic community, depending on who you're talking to, they think differently. The Cubans think differently than the Dominicans. The Dominicans think different than Colombians. To some, the economy was a priority. To some, believe it or not, it was the border. You had some folks within the Hispanic populace that were encouraging the borders to be closed.
They want to pull the.
But here's why that's so imperative. It's so important because
she was trying, because I seen this clip. She's trying to say they want the crab in the bucket. They want to pull the ladder up when they get through. No, it's because he makes a good analogy. I don't know if he's going to in this clip. I'm gonna let it play.
We're not Latinos. They're telling you that's what we want. Yeah. We had to stay online. We had to be online in order to get in. Who are you to bypass the line? And one of my friends, I remember he used this analogy, and I never forget this as long as I live. He said, "You like Six Flags? You go to Great Adventures?" I said, "I have." He said, "Sure." Disney World? "Sure, I have." "Of course I have." He said, "So you stand in line, you stand in line. It takes about 2 hours to get on some of these rides because they're that popular." He said, "And right before it's time for you to get on that line, somebody jumps in front of you. What you gonna do?" And he said that kind of mentality is how you have folks within the Latino, within the Hispanic community, some of them, not all, but some of them who view immigration that way. So again, when you think about the economics, when you think about immigration, those two things are what I have found has influenced the Hispanic vote.
This video.
See, and what the View, I don't know what that lady's name is, but she was trying to say, you know, the crab in the bucket mentality, like they want to pull you down, or they get through and they want to pull the ladder up. Like, it had nothing to do with that. Why you gotta make it like that? Why you gotta make it negative like that? I can't wait to get into those videos, y'all. I can go on and on about
Video's
that.
going viral right now, and people think it's proof that skinwalkers are
into
real.
a damn dog.
I'm gonna show it to you, and then let me know what you think in the comments below.
Whatever. Have you guys ever seen a skinwalker? I've seen one, y'all. I was driving home from work. Now it was called Bullard Avenue in Goodyear. I was driving down Bullard Avenue. Now there's warehouses, Amazon warehouse. When I was out there, it was just fields, right? Dirt fields. And I was driving down and I saw a fat guy, a red hoodie, running backwards. It was so weird. He was like in my peripheral. And he was running forward, but he was backwards, if that makes sense. It was crazy. I saw it right there in the dirt field. Like, it was dark, but I could see him from my headlights. Like, I saw him in the peripheral, and I looked, and he was like running backwards, but he was running forwards, but facing backwards, if that makes sense. Crazy, y'all. I've seen one.
What's happening in and around Antarctica is really strange. Multiple articles have released recently talking about how China and Russia have been deepening their cooperation in Antarctica, which could lead to certain breaks and restrictions or them breaking the Antarctic Treaty altogether. Coincidentally, it's also being reported that the ice in Antarctica is not only melting, but that flowers and grass are growing there at a fast rate. These points have led to some speculation that there may be a deeper reason as to why other countries are all of a sudden becoming active in Antarctica, even to the point where they may be willing to break the Antarctic Treaty. Swiftly, for those who may not know, the Arctic Treaty is an agreement signed back in 1957 by every country in the world, which basically states that they will keep Antarctica as a protected land. This agreement has been firmly upheld for the last 65 years, but now that it's being threatened, people are coming up with theories as to why this is happening all of a sudden. The first theory states that as Antarctica's ice is melting, it's revealing ancient ruins or ancient technology that other countries want to get their hands on. The second theory comes from the idea that instead of Antarctica being an ice continent, it's actually an ice wall that encompasses all the lands that we live on, with more lands and continents beyond it. According to this theory, as the ice is melting, it's creating access points through this apparent ice wall, which other countries and continents want to explore for research and resource purposes.
Oh, man.
When you're getting ready to go on stage and perform, to Sasha Fierce, when does she show up? Usually when I hear the crowd, when I put on my stilettos, when like the moment right before when you're nervous and that other thing kind of takes over for you. Then Sasha Fierce appears, and my posture and the way I speak and everything is different.
Oh, Sasha's coming out.
No, she's not. She doesn't do interviews. She only.
Listen to this from 60 Minutes.
Russia's invasion shrank Ukraine's economy by about a third. We were surprised to find that to keep it afloat, the US government is subsidizing small businesses.
Wait, what? You know we're also paying the government salaries, and we're paying the people's Social Security, okay? We're not even paying it here. And every dollar that we print to send over there is causing inflation here.
Ukrainians pay their lives.
Ukrainians pay with their lives.
And I believe and I hope that their lives cost much more than money.
Yeah, it does. It does. Although nobody asked us.
All right, family, there you have today's reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a good time doing it, y'all. The algorithm's going to come back. Just stay patient. We're going to grow. It gets worse before it gets better. So I appreciate all the love you guys have been showing. Appreciate all the birds I got yesterday. That means a lot. I saw a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all stick to the end. So I appreciate you guys. And like I said, let me know down below if you guys want to see those longer form videos. We'll probably start off with like 3 or 4 uploads a week. Get that going. And then eventually we'll get in that routine to do daily uploads over there too. Get that growing. Like I said, 1,000 subscribers over there. We're going to do a giveaway. 10,000 subscribers here. We're going to do a big giveaway. Hey, I got things to do, y'all. I got to get going. I got a mountain to run. I got to do some grocery shopping. I got to clean my truck. The rain's done. It's cold. There's snow on the mountains out here. It's beautiful. I love it, y'all. Hope everyone out there has a good Saturday. Thank you for spending your Saturday evening with me for a little bit. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on Sunday. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. Later.